Today we are looking at the interior of this 2024 Toyota Sequoia Capstone. With the new luxuries and features that it has, how good is it exactly on the interior? Let's go ahead and find out. Now let's move on to the interior. This is the best place to be when owning a Capstone model. Starting with the door panel, we have a very interesting one here. This top part is shaped so that you can rest your arm there, and you even have another leather armrest down below that. You have more leather with white contrast stitching, all of your switchgear, 2-person memory seats and open pore wood, and plenty of storage. Getting in is relatively easy with the power running boards, and let's take a look at these seats. These will be perforated semi-aniline leather seats, which is the nicest seats you can buy on a Toyota. These will be 14-way power adjustable with a power thigh extension. Now, getting into the interior, pretty easy with the running boards, but let's just take a look at this gorgeous cabin. Moving to the steering wheel, we'll be looking at a very nicely leather-wrapped heated steering wheel. This will also have power tilting and telescoping. Moving to the gauge clusters, this is honestly a mixed bag for me. We're looking at a large 12.3-inch digital display. However, only the left part is customizable, which doesn't make any sense. Coming to the materials, I do expect a lot more on this $80,000 SUV. But the Sequoia delivers with the nice soft touch material along the top, open pore wood, and leather all throughout this beautiful center area. You also have gloss black around the shifter. Coming to storage, this Sequoia also delivers very well with this. We have a little storage tray behind there with a power source, a little bit of room behind the wireless charger, and we have 2 cup holders if you lift that up. Coming to the center console, we can pull this open, and we also can open this up maybe to put a gift card. But you can actually open the whole thing up, and you have a ton of room in here, plus coin holders, a drink holder, and 2 USB ports. Now let's move on to the climate controls. I'm very happy to see that Toyota stuck with buttons and knobs that are completely physical. You see you can toggle right here to adjust the temperature and the fan speed. You can even look at the rear. Toyota will also be providing heated and ventilated seats, 3 stages of both. Moving on to the infotainment system, this is Toyota's latest design. This is the 14-inch audio multimedia display with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Just take a look at how quick and intuitive that is. You can turn off the beeping if that annoys you. And the nicer thing is that you have a full 360-degree backup camera with multiple different views. Coming up top here, with the mirror we have a normal mirror, a camera mirror, and here we have a full panoramic sunroof that opens for the front part. Now let's move on to the passenger side. Starting with the door panel, we have the same material as the driver's side, the open pore wood, the leather, and the storage down below. The power running boards make it a lot easier to get in, and as far as the seats go, we have the same semi-aniline leather. We do not, however, have the thigh extension. We also will have the all-weather floor mats on this side, and let's just hop in. We do have an assist grip up here to help with getting into the car, and it is finished in a nice leather. Now, just take a look at this. We have super nice leather, open pore wood trim, and it even illuminates Capstone at nighttime. Taking a look at the glove box, we will have a simple plastic finish inside with 2 shelves and another storage place to put things. This is a very large and versatile glove box, and I really do appreciate that from Toyota. The Sequoia is a mix of good and bad, and the bad unfortunately starts in the back. I have mentioned in many of my past reviews that the second and third rows are the biggest priority for SUVs. Starting with the door panel, we have a nice armrest here, a sunshade, open pore wood, and storage down below. These seats will be the same semi-aniline leather with manual reclining. However, you cannot slide it. Getting in is really easy with that little handle right here. And just take a look at how much room I have in this Sequoia. This is definitely an upgrade from last year's model. Now coming down here, we have a third zone of climate control, 3 stages of heated seats, 3 stages of ventilated seats, and 2 USB ports. In addition, you have a household style outlet. Now, you do have a nice panoramic sunroof up top, a center console here that you can store 2 drinks, and a little bit of stuff right there. And you have a pretty large seat back pocket. Now, if you do want to give the third row passengers more room, you cannot slide it because there's nothing to slide it with. The second row wasn't so bad, but what about the third row? Getting into the third row is relatively simple. You just pull the handle and the seat folds up. You cannot do that with a car seat installed though. And you just climb the steps into the third row. Now, first impressions of the third row, the seats are not as comfortable. You don't have the same weather as the front 2 rows. Now, you can recline the seats if you need to. You also will have 2 cup holders, a sunshade, and a USB-C port on both sides. The headroom in here is not that good though. But you can look here and you see you can slide the seats if you need to. Now that would make up for the second row seats being fixed. But let's go ahead and check out the cargo area. Moving to the cargo area, unfortunately this is also where the bad part lives. You can pop open the window separately if you need to throw something in there quickly, which is very convenient. And you can wave your foot under the bumper to open the trunk. Now once that is open, if you have the seat slid all the way back like you can, you will only get 11 cubic feet of cargo room. That is not okay for an SUV this size. Now if you want to slide the seats forward, that will give the third row passengers close to no legroom, which will give you 22 cubic feet. But you also have 3 shelves, which I think is a smart way to do it. I'm not sure how much weight you can put on it, but it did not feel too secure. You also will notice that the second shelf will match up with the third row seats, which do not fold flat into the floor.